So left-hand one was your before.
Yep.
Club would go back a little bit flat inside here now, okay? And you can see as you go back on this one here now, it's the big hook, okay? I think it's the before one anyway. Hang on, double check. Yeah, so you see the left arm now working really flat there. Left arm underneath your chest, if anything, okay? Needs to be up here now a lot higher. The club needs to be sort of up over your right shoulder somewhere, okay?
Yeah.
That flat, look how close that club face now is. The club leading edge we'd expect to be in line with your forearm, okay?
Oh, right.
So he is 70 degrees shut. That's going to need a lot of manipulation coming back in the golf ball, or a lot of kind of like lead arm shoving out to the right there and just trying to basically something over in that direction and hope for the best.
Yeah, to hope
a good shot is going to be like that.
Yeah.
A bad shot's going that way or just disappearing off the left, okay? So if we go back to that backswing there, that's the kind of... hang on, frame back this way. There. This is your kind of what feels stupid as high as you can. That's class. Really good. Now, talking about your driver, okay? If that's your spine angle with a 7, I think you maybe 7 or 8 on, okay?
Yeah.
And that's your arm swing, okay? With a driver, you stood the same distance from the ball or further from the ball?
But you're further away.
Exactly. So your spine angle's more upright, yeah? So there's your spine angle with the driver.
Yeah.
There's your arms. Still the same feeling, but you're doing it
Okay.
from a more upright position. You're still swinging your arms over your right shoulder. You just stood up a bit more. So it'd be flatter based on the fact you're further from the golf ball, not that you're going, oh, here's my 7-iron swing, here's my driver swing, yeah? The swing angle is exactly the same. If I have the golf club up here like a baseball shot and just turn my shoulders and don't do this, I'll just lift my arms right here. Left arm across my chest. If I tilt this way, there's my driver, there's my wedge, there's my 7-iron. My arms are getting steeper, yeah?
Bloody love myths about golf. I've always thought to get your driver right, you have to basically try to swing it around here.
No, don't need to. But the thing is, visually, you watch the tour players, they're different angles, aren't they? Because they're just stood... McIlroy stands with the driver like this angle, and then his wedge is that angle, or whatever it may be. Putty, you're flat at the ground, so the club's been on a more vertical, straighter angle.
Yeah.
So your angles aren't going to really change, but at least when you come back to the golf ball here now, as you're coming into it, that club's coming back down. That position there now, if you're coming back down through your chest, on plane. We look at the club on there now. Great angle into the golf ball there now. Your club is going to track down that green line, back down in front. Club's on that green line. Strike the golf ball there now. Everything's all nice and extended into a line position there. Great spot there. Good posture there. Clearing your lower half. Shoulders are square. Through the target. Ball just zips off down the fairway. Straight to the 9. And again, whether or not the ball goes that way, or that way, or that way, or that way, as long as it's ending up kind of between those two red lines, it's the varies about 2 degrees of your path and 2 or 3 degrees of your club face. But if I said to you, oh, just close that club face 1.5 degrees, you'd be like, okay. You'd close it about 25 degrees or not at all. Because to try and change the club face 1 or 2 degrees deliberately, it's just a nightmare. But if your club's coming from here, okay, and there has to be aiming over here somewhere, you've got to do a lot of manipulation, and it's almost a bit guesswork, really.
You know, you just roll. So that's why when I roll too much, I get the big one that goes
It's
off.
almost like
when I roll half, I get a sort of big single. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
This technique now is almost like, if you ever watch, I don't know if you've ever been temping, I guess you've been temping bowling, when people try and spin the ball in temping bowling,
Yeah.
okay, they put the ball without the hands, and they just try and spin it this way, okay?
Yeah.
They try and aim, and then try and get loads of spin. They will get those, but add a control spin, yeah? Now, I went league bowling years ago, okay, and I actually spoke to a guy who's actually a scratch handicap bowler. His average is 195.
What's
So
a
190 is a scratch
bowler?
bowler. My handicap when I bowled was 26, right? You play an average of
bowling
one...
and handicaps.
In league, you do, yeah. You play to an average of 195, right? So my average is 1.6. I think my best average is like 167 average, right?
Alright.
So my best was 256. So I was a pretty decent buy, but I went for like 8-10 years every Monday bowling in a league, right? So I learned a bit from these guys. I think like copy and stuff. And the way you get spin is that, not the corkscrewing. The same way American football guy throws a ball, he gets spin doing that. Okay, a pitcher gets that, a tennis player gets that, a golf shot gets that. It's not this kind of corkscrewing, rolling and twisting like a bottle jar turning, okay? You don't try and get spin that way. And this is kind of where your draw was kind of coming from.
Yeah.
I'm going to swing round here and try and whoop it and flick hook it, yeah? We get the release of the club. It's this way, yeah? This is what your wrists are doing in the golf swing. And it's that myth, as you said, that you try to get a draw by swinging out here with a club face over there. You might right to left shape it, but it's just like out here somewhere and then coming back over here. Just too much. But the ball spin is created by this movement, your wrist, not that movement, yeah? No sports really have that motion in it. That's a jam jar being open, yeah? American football guys, look at the quarterback, he throws the ball, wrist are this way, yeah? Pitch ball, throw the ball, this way. Look at a tennis bat and a tennis racket, this way. Golf, it's the same. It's all
So
that
might
same
be a bit
release
too
with the wrist.
technical.
No, it's
Say
fine.
I get my 52 out.
Yeah.
How, I always think of this when I'm watching tour players, and I'll ask you because I'm always curious.
Yeah.
How I hit a golf shot, 8 out of 10 iron, it'll hit the ball, bounce forward, so I run in.
Yeah.
How can they not hit it forward? And then how do I?
So how they get backspin, yeah?
Yeah, because they can get
You
every
get
single shot.
backspin. You get backspin on your last shot. I had 4,300. They get more backspin, yeah? Every shot has a golf club that has a loft. Struck like gets backspin, okay? Variables to backspin, or the amount of a ball does suck back.
Yeah.
Clean grooves,
Yeah.
soft ball, receptive greens, club head speed, loft, good strike.
Okay, so lots of factors.
Now, you can get a good strike. You can have clean grooves, whether they are or not, I don't know. I mean, I'm talking clean grooves, like the caddy cleans them every single shot, and they're literally every night before they're like sparkling sharp. Not just like, oh, a bit of a towel rub down. There's nothing in the face, right?
Yeah.
Now, see, club head speed, you can get enough club head speed to get the golf ball, okay? Striking the golf with a club face square, if you're coming in this way, it's going to have less backspin because you're going to top spinning it, okay?
Yeah.
So you need more backspin by more loft, so utilise the foot. You said, oh, that's gone really high. Mine are more piercing flights. Now you're going to get back, if you're piercing the ball, it's not going to spin. The ball's got to be spinning in the air this way to get more backspin to land. The greens you play have got to be more receptive.
Yeah.
Got to be in the fairway. And the ball usually got to be fairly soft. It's a spinning ball. The problem with a spinning ball is it will spin both ways. So if you're a slicer and hooker, the more spin. So what do you want? Straighter drives and less backspin, or more backspin and losing a lot of golf balls left and right?
Do you know, that's interesting. I get because I play everything with calorie chrome socks. I love the feeling.
They're pretty softly fair. Yeah, they are able to spin. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have enough spin. Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking wide shots maybe go a bit more offline. If it's
The more the ball spins, the more it can spin both back, left, right, and forward. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a spinning ball. Yeah,
interesting.
Makes
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Good stuff. But yeah, I think in terms of